From Columbia University to Harvard, Yale, and beyond, students in the United States are protesting Israel's war on Gaza, despite threats of suspension and arrests. At the Gaza encampments, students are urging divestment from companies enabling Israeli assault. Over 34,000 Palestinians, mostly women and children, have been killed by Israeli forces since the October 7th escalation. Now, this isn't the first time students have taken a stand in the United States. In the 1950s, the US Supreme Court's landmark ruling against segregation in schools, this decision catalyzed the civil rights movement. In 1960, the Greensboro sit-ins saw Black students peacefully challenge segregation, sparking a nationwide movement. Their actions led to desegregation in public facilities by July 1960, marking a significant victory. In the late 1960s, college campuses became hotbeds of protests against the Vietnam War, with students occupying buildings and facing police crackdowns. The demonstration forced institutions like Columbia University to sever ties with entities supporting the war effort, making a significant moment in anti-war activism. Come 1980s, American universities joined a global movement against apartheid in South Africa. Students like those at Columbia University demanded divestment from companies supporting the regime. After prolonged protests, universities withdrew investments tied to apartheid, contributing to its eventual demise. During the Gulf War in the 1990s, students across US campuses voiced opposition to US military involvement. Though relatively small, these protests demonstrate dissent against military actions in the Middle East, highlighting concerns about the impact of war on global stability. The US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003 prompted high school and university students to stage walkouts, protesting against the US-led invasion based on claims of weapons of mass destruction. Their activism reflected widespread opposition to the war and its consequences. Following the killing of George Floyd in 2020, Black Lives Matter protests erupted nationwide, led in part by university students. These demonstrations echoed earlier student-led movements, emphasizing the ongoing fight against systematic racism and police brutality. Coming back to the present, in stark contrast to the more aggressive tactics of the 1960s, today's protests are notably mild, with minimal physical harm or property damage. Yet, authorities are responding with significant force, reflecting a harsh stance towards dissenting voices on campus.